Hey, Julie. Okay, so I'm at a karaoke bar right now, but, I kind of forgot my wallet. So, I don't know how I'm gonna be able to pay the bill. So, well, yeah, that's what's going on right now. So, could you come down to the bar and bring me some money, like, now? My bill right now is about, $350, something like that. So, like, could you bring about $500 or so, just in case? Well, good evening, Alana. Let me assess the situation. It's the middle of the night, you're at a bar, don't have your wallet, and want me to bring you money. Let me guess, you left your wallet at home on purpose, right? No. Why would I do something like that? You know me, I'm just kind of forgetful. Uh-huh. So, yeah, like I said, bring the money for the bill, okay? When can you get here? I hate to disappoint you, but I'm out of town on business right now. What? Oh, and just so you don't get any ideas, your brother is out of town too. He went on a fishing trip with some of his friends from college and won't be back for a few days, so he can't come and bail you out either. Aww. So, once again, neither I nor my husband are at home right now. We cannot give you any money even if we wanted to, which we don't. Hey! I'm afraid you'll have to do something about that $350 bill by yourself. Your bill, your problem. Aw, come on! Some sister-in-law you are, Julie. Thanks to you, we're not going to have any money for fun until next month's payday. Is this about the $350 bill at the karaoke bar last night? Duh. Since you wouldn't pay the bill for me, I had to pay it myself. All $350. It was awful. I'm pretty positive that's how most adults pay for their bills, Alana. Excuse me? I'm guessing you waited until they were about to kick you out in order to make it seem like you were in a really bad pinch and needed my help. And I mean, it would be one thing if I had invited you out or something and said I would cover the bill, but you just went ahead and assumed I would pay it for you without even checking with me first. So I don't see any reason for you to be angry at me. You're just upset your little plan didn't work. What is your problem? If you genuinely lack the self-awareness to see how you're at fault here, then yikes. Seriously, why are you being so selfish? Don't pretend like you're so hard up for money. I went to your wedding, remember? It was crazy. You rented out the most expensive venue in town. You can pay some of that forward to help out your sister-in-law from time to time. First of all, that's not what pay it forward means. Second of all, your brother and I worked hard and saved up for years in order to pay for that wedding. Do you know how much overtime I put in last year? Enough to pay for my bar tab. What a coincidence. You made enough to pay for your bar tab too. But I wanted to buy other stuff with that money. Sorry, Alana, that's called opportunity cost. You're such a greedy person, Julie. Seriously, what kind of self-centered person doesn't help out family in need? You have a lot to learn about generosity. Hey, Julie! So, I heard you're going on a honeymoon, is that right? Oh, well, yeah, Sawyer and I both hit a bit of a lull in our jobs, so we thought we'd take some time off before the next busy season kicks in. Interesting. What's interesting? Oh, nothing at all. My mom just said that you guys were finally going to go on your honeymoon half a year after your wedding, so I got curious and thought I'd ask if that was true is all. Well, okay, I guess. But yeah, our schedules are pretty different, so it's really only about once a year that we both can take time off at the same time. I see. So that's why you waited so long after your wedding? Yeah, that's why. Sorry, Alana, I hate to cut you off like this, but I'm still at work right now and I have a lot to do. Is it okay if we end this conversation here? There's still a bunch of stuff that I have to get finished before we leave for our honeymoon. Oh, of course. Don't mind me. Thanks for telling me about your honeymoon, Julie. Hey Sawyer, are you done with work?
Hey, Julie. Yeah, I finished a while ago. I just got on the road. I should be at the airport before too long.
Okay, I'm getting on the bus right now too. We'll probably get to the airport at around the same time.
Gotcha. See you soon.
Oh yeah, one more thing. This may sound random, but did Alana happen to talk to you about anything today?
Nope. Not that I can recall, anyway. Oh boy. Don't tell me she's trying to get you to pay her bar tab again.
No, it's actually not about that this time. Earlier this afternoon, she messaged me asking about our honeymoon. According to her, she heard about it from your mom.
Oh no. Come on, Mom. She should know better than to tell Elena stuff like this.
She asked me if it was true that we were going on our honeymoon, and she asked me some other questions that, I don't know. It seemed like it really was just pure curiosity. The last thing she said to me before I went back to work was, "Thanks for telling me about your honeymoon, Julie." And, well, I might just be worrying too much, but I kinda got a weird feeling when she said that.
Well, in any case, there's nothing we can do now other than to make sure we don't give her any specific details about where we're going and when.
Yeah, you're right.
Seriously though, Julie, I'm really sorry about my sister. I know she's caused a lot of trouble for you, and none of it's your fault. Typically, Mama's more careful about what she lets slip. But I guess this time she was just legitimately happy for us that we were finally able to go on our honeymoon, and kinda got careless. Don't worry though. I'll talk to my mom to make sure she keeps all the rest of the details under wraps.
Thanks, Sawyer. I appreciate that.
Okay, so I'll see you at the airport in just a bit.
Yep, see you soon. Take care. Hey, Julie! So, how was your honeymoon? Good morning, Alana. Our honeymoon was a lot of fun, thanks. I guess the next time we'll be able to take a vacation like this is after we'll have a baby, huh? Oh, great! I'm so happy for you. So, I've got a great idea for a finishing touch on your super fun honeymoon. Before you check out, how about you come on down to the lobby and pay for our hotel room? What? What are you talking about? Are you on vacation right now? Who are you with? Well, duh, my husband. Who else? After all, we haven't had a chance to go on a honeymoon for ourselves either. And you guys seemed like you were really excited about yours, so we thought that we'd finally take our honeymoon too. Oh, well, I'm happy for you guys. So, yeah, come on down here, okay? We're waiting at the front desk. What do you want from me? Oh, come on. Don't pretend like you don't know exactly what I want. Alana, I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. We decided that we'd tag along with you guys on your trip. Isn't that great? Tag along? We stayed at this super nice hotel. It's totally amazing. It costs $1,500 a night to stay here. Isn't that crazy? So yeah, bring your wallet, okay? What? $1,500 a night? That's insane. I know, right? But trust me, it's worth every penny. So, what's 1,500 times 7? 10,500? Congratulations, you can use a calculator. Oh, but now that you mentioned it, we ordered a ton of room service, so it'll probably be way more than that. Alana. Oh, come on, Julie. You two just had a luxury vacation, didn't you? Did you think you could just go on a trip all by yourselves without thinking of us? Yeah, I'm not gonna let you get away with that, so hurry up and get down here. Alana. Aw, are you jealous that we stayed in a better hotel than you? Admit it, you're jealous. Well, that's just what you get for having a super nice vacation without taking us along. You have no one to blame but yourself, Julie. So yeah, like I said, hurry up and get down here. We stayed at the Arc Plaza Hotel. We're trying to check out right now, so any time you could get down here would be great. Alana, listen to me. Okay, but make it quick. The manager's getting testy. Our honeymoon was last week. Huh? As in, not this week, but last week. You know, the week before the current one? Remember 2 weeks ago Friday when you texted me asking if we were going on our honeymoon? That was the first day of our trip. We left that evening. We were gone for a week and then came back last Friday. Wait, hold on. You can't fool me. I know you had work that day. You can't just go on a vacation at the same day you have to work. That's ridiculous. You're not going to get out of paying my hotel bill that easily, Julie. I left work early at 3 o'clock and met up with Sawyer at the airport. It's that simple. Wait, so you really did go last week? My mom said that you guys were leaving on Friday. Since you were at work that day, I thought that Mom meant to say next Friday, not this Friday. Okay, well, you thought wrong. Anything else? So, my hotel bill? I'm not paying it. But, come on! I told you before, Alana, your bill, your problem. But I can't pay a $10,500 bill. That's insane. And plus, there's the bill for all the room service we ordered. Do you have any idea how much caviar I've eaten this week? I repeat, your bill, your problem. You said you were with your husband, right? It's not like you're all on your own. You're both responsible adults. I'm sure that you can find a way to get yourselves out of the mess you've made. You don't understand. We don't have any money. Why are you so determined to never learn a lesson? Didn't the incident at the karaoke bar just a few weeks ago wake you up to the fact that I am not your ATM? $350? What on earth made you think that I would be willing to swoop in like Superwoman and pay a $10,000 bill for you? Well, I thought that if it were a really big bill, you'd be more willing to help me. You know, Alana, there's a word for what you are. It starts with an I and ends in diet. I don't get it. What's the word? Ugh, for crying out loud. This is not how I wanted to start my morning. I'm just about to get off the train to head to work, so I'm heading out now. Work? Now? Yeah, that's what most responsible adults do on weekdays. We work. So we have money to pay for things and don't have to rely on our sister-in-law. Bye. Seriously, I need help. I don't have any money. Please, you gotta come down here and pay this bill for me. Thanks a lot, Julie. Guess what happened? Thanks to your appalling lack of common generosity. Now my husband and I have to move in with his parents. I'm gonna have to take care of his parents once they get old. That's too bad. How did that happen exactly? Since you were too much of a greedy pig to give us a measly $10,000, we had no choice but to contact my husband's parents. They said that if we wanted them to cover the bill for us, then we'd have to agree to move in with them to look after them once they get too old to live on their own. And my husband said yes. Oh, this is the worst. I see. I see? Is that all you've got to say for yourself? I'm gonna have to spend 20 years of my life looking after my husband's crusty old parents. Do you get that? Don't forget that this is all your fault, Julie. Remind me, which part of this is my fault again? Isn't it obvious? If you would have just been a decent person and covered the hotel bill for us, none of this would have happened. Remind me, when did I ever agree to pay for your week-long stay at a luxury hotel? I'm getting really tired of this. Do you realize that your mother came and apologized to us? She said that if she hadn't gone and told you about our honeymoon, that you wouldn't be in this situation, even though she didn't do anything wrong. Meanwhile, you refused to even place a single smidgen of blame on yourself for anything. That's because it's all your fault for being a greedy, penny-pinching cheapskate. How many times do I have to tell you, Alana, you can't just go and make big purchases expecting someone else is going to bail you out? For the umpteenth time, your bill, your problem. I cannot believe your lack of self-awareness. Holy moly, the irony in that line. Stop using words I don't understand. That's about half of the English language, though. Julie! Yes? Stop insulting me and send me money to pay back my in-laws this instant. No. I said this instant. Here's an idea. Take all the money that you've been spending on bars, restaurants, and vacations while expecting someone else to pick up the tab for you, save it, and then pay off your in-laws yourself. Good luck. I don't wanna! Please, Julie, I don't want to change my in-laws' diapers. Both my sister-in-law and her husband were awful workers, and they never managed to hold down a job for longer than a few months. In fact, the only reason they'd been able to have any standard living at all was because her husband's father paid for their apartment. Even still, they would constantly ask them for money for a new TV, a new phone, a new car, and much, much more. So, when they started out on this vacation, they never had any intention to actually pay for it themselves. When they realized that there was no way I was going to pay the more than $10,000 hotel bill for them, they had no choice but to rely on her in-laws again. And apparently, they were tired of the constant mooching, so they weren't going to bail them out unconditionally this time. According to my brother, Alana's husband's older brother and his wife had been living with them for several years. But apparently the lady of the house is, very strict on her son's wives, so they not only moved out, but cut them out of their lives completely. And it looks like that's what Alana is going to have to deal with now. Sure enough, the very next day after they moved in, Alana was sending messages to me, to my husband, her parents, grandparents, and just about everyone else she knew, begging for help. And having used up every last shred of goodwill she once had with everyone in her life, all of her messages went unanswered. Kristen, what is going on here? Why haven't you cleaned the stairs yet? They're filthy. I just walked by them now, and every single step had dust bunnies on them. Listen, Kristen, those stairs are more than just stairs. They're a passage that connects your unit to ours. Without them, how would you come downstairs to see us? If you're allowing these stairs to get so dirty, the only possible conclusion I can draw is that you feel the same way about your relationship with us. It's clear that you need lessons on how to be a respectable homemaker. Come down right now and I'll teach you how to clean properly. Mom, I think you should be able to tell just by looking at my massively expanded stomach that I am quite late in my pregnancy. And having given birth yourself, you should also be very well aware that at this late stage of pregnancy, some activities, cleaning the stairs, for example, are quite difficult for the mother. Ha! You're not going to get out of doing your work with those miserable excuses. I managed to keep the house clean while I was pregnant for both Tony and Mina. That's the difference between you and me. I understand the concept of duty and perseverance, and you would prefer to just laze around all day. If I could do it 30 years ago, you can do it today. No excuses, Kristen. Now hurry up, grab the vacuum cleaner, and meet me at the base of the stairs this instant. Mom, but not half an hour ago you made me go to the supermarket to pick up groceries for you. Did you forget about that by any chance? What? It's a 10-minute walk down to the store empty-handed, and since I'll be carrying bags on my way back, physically it will be quite difficult for me to do much of anything other than carry the groceries home this instant. Oh, I suppose you're right. Now, if there's nothing else you need from me at the moment, could I get back to finishing up the grocery shopping? You're also making me cook dinner for you tonight, so the longer I take to finish up here, the later dinner is going to get. Well, fine, go ahead. Thank you for your understanding. Hello there, Kristen. I'm just letting you know that Mina will be moving back in with us tomorrow. Really? That's odd. I don't remember hearing from her for quite some time now. Why is she moving back here? Did something happen? Oh, it's all quite ridiculous. Her mother-in-law and husband were dreadful to her, so they got divorced. Oh my goodness, a divorce? Yes, I was just as surprised as you are. Her first message to me in 2 years, and it's to tell me she's getting divorced. I'll bet that awful mother-in-law of hers drove her away with her constant nagging and badgering. My poor, sweet little Mina. Ah, yes, I can imagine how awful it would be to have a nagging, badgering mother-in-law. In any case, it is what it is. Your assignment for the afternoon is to clean Mina's room from top to bottom. I don't want a single speck of dust left in there, understand? What? I have to clean her old room? Well, of course you do. She's moving back in, isn't she? She'll be needing her old room again, and I want it to be as clean as possible for her when she arrives. Remember, she's still recovering from the emotional struggle of her divorce. Make sure you clean it properly. I hate to be so direct, but I would really appreciate it if you and Mina could clean the room by yourselves. With the two of you on it, it shouldn't take very long. Excuse me? Haven't you seen the weather report? There's a massive cold front on the way. I'm not going to break my back cleaning in freezing weather. You need to do it before it gets too cold. Mom, my baby's due date is less than a month away right now. That room hasn't been cleaned in 2 years, so it's going to be a pretty major undertaking in order to get it all cleaned up. Not to mention, I'm concerned about what sort of dust, mold, and that sort of thing could be in there. I don't believe you. Are you honestly trying to use that same excuse to get out of doing your work again? So what if your due date is so close? I deigned to allow you to marry into this family, Kristen. Don't you forget that. I won't let you repay my magnanimity with this utterly contemptful scorn. This is your responsibility, Kristen. This is what you signed up for. Don't think that I'll let you get away with this reprehensible behavior just because my son, your husband, is overseas on business at the moment. As long as you live in my house, you will live under my rules. This is ridiculous. Are you really so determined to refuse to admit that pregnancy, especially late-term pregnancy, places genuine physical restrictions on a mother's physical activity? Are you really so determined to refuse a direct order by the mother of your husband? When I married my husband, I was decent enough to know my place and obey his mother. I have no idea, nor do I wish to know, what sort of relationship you had with your mother-in-law. But regardless of how things were for you back then, nothing that happened to you would give you the right to treat the wife of your own son in this way. I am sorry, but as a mother, I have a sacred duty to prioritize the health and well-being of the baby inside of me right now. The baby could be born at any time right now, and in all honesty, it's rather appalling that you would be so insistent on demanding so much physical labor from me while I'm in this condition. How dare you! I will not clean Mina's old room. End of conversation. Goodbye. Kristen, what on earth are you doing? I haven't seen you all afternoon, and when I go up to your room, what do I find? You've put a lock on the door to your room? Who do you think you are? Is this the thanks I get for trying to make you into a respectable wife? What did that boy ever see in you? Well, when he gets back from his business trip, I think I'm going to have a long, serious talk with him about your future in this family. For the time being, come out of your room this instant. Don't think you can hide from me in that room all day. You will obey your mother-in-law. That's an order. If I have no other choice, I'll simply have to break the lock with a hammer or something. Ugh, what did I do to deserve such a troublesome daughter-in-law? Kristen! Kristen, I know you're there. You can't ignore me like this. Mina's going to be home any minute now. I order you to get out of your room this very instant. I mean it. Oh, and one other thing. The weather report said that we'll be getting an extremely heavy snowstorm starting this evening into tomorrow morning. And thanks to you slacking off on your duties to me, I haven't had anything to eat for breakfast or lunch. Do you know what I'm going to have to do now? Go down to the convenience store to buy food for myself and Mina. Do you understand the lows you have forced me to stoop to? What if I get food poisoning? When you come out of there, bring your wallet with you. You're going to be the one paying for this, plus interest. You truly dreadful girl. If this is the kind of daughter-in-law you are, I'm utterly terrified for your poor child's future. Unlike you, however, I'm not one to give up. I will straighten you out, Kristen. I will transform you into a real wife and mother like myself, no matter what it takes. Oh no, look at what you've done. It's already starting to snow. I can't believe this. I put on my normal shoes when I left the house because I thought the snow wouldn't start until this evening. I could fall and hurt myself on the way home. Food for 2 people is so heavy, I'm completely exhausted. How could you do this to me, Kristen, after all I've done for you? And what's worse is Mina just told me she'll be at the house any second. I'll bet she was absolutely devastated when I told her that you were being a lazy bum and hadn't cleaned her room yet. It almost brings me to tears just thinking about it. But even through her devastation, she still managed to muster up the courage to say, "It's all right, Mom, I can do it myself." I may have had no luck with a daughter-in-law, but at least my real daughter appreciates me. Well, just you wait, Kristen. You've gone too far with your disrespect this time. You're going to be punished for this, and I know exactly how to punish you. Kristen, what is the meaning of this? I just got home a moment ago. And now I see that you are still holed up in your room? Unbelievable. Mina's already in the house. Don't pretend you didn't notice. You have to have heard her come in. Have you no common decency? Come out here and say hello to her. How long are you going to continue ignoring my messages, Kristen? You haven't even read any of them yet. Don't bother trying to tell me that you don't have your phone. I won't believe such silly lies. Oh, you will regret this disrespect, Kristen. I'll make sure of that. Well then, hopefully this will teach you a lesson about respect. Just be grateful that I allowed you to stay in the shed in order to keep you out of the snow. While you're out there tonight, maybe think twice about ever disrespecting me again. My goodness, that was quite the snowstorm last night, wasn't it? I just came out to the shed to check on you. But, dear me, looks like the shed collapsed under the weight of the snow. I'm sorry, is that inconvenient pregnant belly of yours keeping you from getting up? My goodness, it was satisfying watching you squirm out there. What? Mom, what are you talking about? I just now saw that you had lit up my phone with notifications and I had a really bad feeling about what was going on, but I'm not at the house right now. I went to my folks' house across town yesterday. Ha! You're not fooling anyone. I just saw you squirming and crying half buried under the snow in the shed. Well, it's clear you haven't learned your lesson yet. I was thinking about coming to help you, but if you're still intent on lying to me, you can stay out there for a few more hours. Ask yourself, if I was outside, half buried in snow right now, how would I be talking to you on my phone like this? What? That shed was pretty old, so it doesn't surprise me in the least that the snow last night would have crushed it, but again, if there is someone out there squirming around in the snow like you say, it's not me. What? I think you might want to take one more look out there to see who it really is. Why, Kristen, why didn't you come back to the house yesterday? Ah, so it would seem that the person buried in the snow was actually Mina, huh? The neighbors called me a bit ago. They said that they were concerned when an ambulance showed up at the house, sirens blaring. Well, what was I supposed to think? It was your room, the door was locked, and you weren't answering my messages. How was I supposed to know that Mina was the one asleep in there? Any rational person would have assumed it was you. Her room still hadn't been cleaned, right? Did you think she was just going to lay right down on top of 2 years' worth of dirt and dust? But how did she get into your room? The door was locked. Oh, I have a pretty good guess. Back before she got married and moved out, Mina had a nasty habit of going into my room and taking my things without permission, so eventually I got tired of it and put a lock on the door. Then, after a while of having the door locked, one day my things started vanishing mysteriously once again, so I figured she must have made a copy at some point. I caught her using it once and took it away from her, but I guess she must have had a spare, too. That's beside the point. This is all because you went to your parents' house yesterday. I know, isn't that an incredible coincidence? How can you laugh at a time like this? While I do feel bad for poor Mina, you have to admit it's pretty ironic. But you should also be grateful it wasn't me. If it were me out there rather than Mina, there's no way that both me and the baby would have come out of this okay. And you would have had some pretty serious consequences on your hands. But why didn't you tell me you weren't coming home yesterday? I spoke to you on my way out the door, don't you remember? What? 2 nights ago, I messaged Tony and told him all about the terrible way you've been treating me while he's been overseas, and asked him what he thought I should do. He told me that I should get out of the house for now and go stay with my parents. I called them up right after that, and they came to pick me up yesterday morning. They were planning on at least stopping inside to make an effort to be polite and say hello. But I thought that if you found out what I was doing, you would go berserk and do anything and everything you could to stop me from leaving. So I told them to wait in the car and that I would tell you they said hello. Wait, was this while I was watching TV? It was indeed. So let's recap, shall we? Mina has gained so much weight in the course of her 2 years of being a total freeloader at her now ex-husband's house that you mistook her for a very pregnant me. And without even bothering to check for sure who it was, you threw her into the shed. Did I miss anything? Oh, that's right. The neighbors told me that they had talked to the paramedics, who told them that the reason Mina couldn't get herself out of the snow was because she dislocated her hip when you threw her into the shed. How can this be happening? And come to find out that the real reason for Mina's divorce was actually because she was constantly verbally abusive towards her mother-in-law while her husband was away at work. That apple sure didn't fall very far from the tree. That can't be true! You're lying! No, it's true. Call her ex yourself. In any case, I suppose I'll let you get back to looking after Mina while she's recovering. That's right. You need to hurry up and get back here so you can take care of Mina while she's recovering. I'll pass. My baby will be born any moment now, so I plan on doing some well-deserved rest and relaxation until the big day comes. You can't do that! I have already talked to both Tony and my parents about this, and we're all in agreement that this is the best course of action for everyone involved. But what about me? Correction. The best course of action for everyone involved, except you. Kristen, I need you over here now. I can't look after Mina. I'll miss my shows. I started getting contractions about 5 days after that incident, and it just so happened that my husband Tony got back in town from his business trip just in time for him to be in the delivery room with me for the birth. We are now the happy and proud parents of a healthy baby boy. Meanwhile, in stark contrast to our happiness over the birth of our child, my mother-in-law is neck-deep in serious trouble. Mandatory reporting laws meant the hospital contacted the police, and after a very quick investigation, she was hauled off in the back of a police car. So, while Mina was discharged from the hospital a few days later with a clean bill of health, my mother-in-law is now looking at building a criminal record. Tony and I talked it over, and we decided that considering how things have been going at his mom's house, we would make our temporary stay at my parents' house a permanent one. With her husband giving her the boot, her brother moving out of the house, her mother moving into a jail cell, and her father having already passed away, Mina realized that there was now no one she could mooch off of. One day I got a not-so-subtle text from her asking if she could stay with us at my folks' place for a few days. My quick-thinking husband told her that she could stay as long as she would agree to become a live-in maid for us and my parents. She left his message unread, and we haven't heard from her since.
Yo, Colleen, you there? Are you at home right now?
Yeah, I'm here. Why do you ask? And besides, if you're home, you could always just, talk to me in person. Why are you texting me?
Because I figured you would start in on one of your usual lectures if I talked to you in person. Looks like I was right. So anyway, where's my dinner?
I didn't make any for you? You told me yourself this morning that you were going to be out late and didn't need any dinner. So yeah, I just made enough for myself.
Oh my God, you are worthless. Newsflash, plans change sometimes, Colleen. Seriously? Only making enough for yourself? No leftovers? Not even a light snack for later? How selfish can you get?
Why are you chewing me out by a text like this? And if you can chew me out by a text like this, couldn't you have texted me that your plans changed?
If you could think of someone other than yourself for a change, I wouldn't need to text you at all.
Harry, what has gotten into you lately? Why are you so angry at me? You never used to be like this. It's like you're a completely different person.
I'm me. The same me as I've always been. And who the hell are you?
Whatever. I really don't feel like talking anymore about this right now.
Oh, so you're gonna run away from me, huh? Is that what this relationship is to you? You think you can just walk away from your responsibilities to me whenever you feel like it?
Look, it's clear that you're in a bad mood. I'm tired and I don't feel like getting into a fight. I don't know if it's stress from work or you're not even feeling well or whatever, but let's just call it a night and we can talk again in the morning when we're both feeling better, okay?
Yeah, sure. Fine. Whatever.
I'm concerned about you though, okay? If there's something on your mind, I wish you would just come out and talk to me about it. And as for dinner, there's a bit of soup left over in the fridge and some fried chicken in the freezer. And if none of that sounds good, you can go to whatever restaurant you want and order a takeout.
Yeah, I'll just do whatever.
Hey Mom, did you hear that? It sounded like Dad just came home. Yeah, he did. He texted me asking me where his dinner was. That's weird. I remember him saying this morning that he'd be working late tonight and that he'd get something for himself. Yeah, and when I reminded him of that, he told me that good wives can somehow magically read their husbands' minds and know their plans changed or something to that effect. What is wrong with him? Seriously, who does he think he is? I swear he makes me so mad sometimes. It's okay, Sienna. Calm down. Remember, he's still your father, okay? You don't have to stand up for him like this, Mom. I'm on your side. What do you mean, Sienna? I know everything, Mom. Everything? I know why Dad is coming home late all the time. I know why he's been treating you so terribly lately. I know, Mom, everything. I guess you're more observant than I gave you credit for. I'm sorry about all of this, Sienna. It's just, well, I figured that I could wait to deal with everything until you had graduated from high school. But I guess maybe I was wrong to do that. You don't need to worry about me, Mom. Besides, I already have a job lined up for me after I graduate. Not to mention, my graduation is only 3 months away. If there's anything at all I can help you out, Mom, I want to do it. Let me help you. Thank you, sweetheart. I guess if you would really mean that, then I have no reason to keep on bearing with this anymore, do I? None at all. Go get him, Mom. All right. I'm gonna have to give a good deal of thought as to what my next plan of action is, though. We'll talk more later. Hey, Dad, are you there? Didn't you get a message from Mom just now? It's an emergency, Dad. You need to answer the phone. Mom was taken to the 1st District Hospital in an ambulance. My high school graduation ceremony was today. Mom came, but I was talking to my friends, so she left ahead of me. When I got home, she was collapsed on the kitchen floor. She wasn't responding, so I called an ambulance to take her to the hospital. She still hasn't woken up. I know that you guys are heading toward a divorce, but as of now, you're still husband and wife, aren't you? So please, Dad, please. Please come to the 1st District Hospital right away and see Mom.
Sierra, listen to this. You'll never believe it. I just got the best news I've gotten probably my entire life. It's too good to be true. Get this. My wife just got hauled away to the hospital. Apparently she's totally unresponsive. But wait, it keeps getting better. She's been saying that she wouldn't agree to a divorce unless I pay her a massive settlement, right? Well, I just went home and looked through my wife's files. And guess what? I found the divorce agreement she'd been working on, and she already signed it. This is my chance. I can make a few edits, submit this to the courthouse, and boom! I'm divorced on my terms, and we can get married. So, yeah, I'm going to head over to the courthouse right now while my wife is still unconscious. And then tomorrow, you and me can head to the very same courthouse, say our vows, and be together forever. Gosh damn it. I'm sorry, Sierra. So it turned out the divorce agreement I found still needed my wife's signature in a few places. According to the clerk, any edits made after the document was printed needs to be signed and dated by both parties. And, of course, since my wife is currently a vegetable, she can't sign them. And if I tried to forge her signature, the clerk would probably get really suspicious. I'd hate for our marital bliss to be interrupted by some stupid forgery charge or whatever. So I decided it would be best to put off submitting the divorce papers for now. I'm really sorry, babe. Could you please just wait a little bit longer for me? Hey, Sierra, are you there? You haven't responded to any of my messages for the last 10 days. Is something the matter? Man, I bet you're still upset about me getting your hopes up with the divorce agreement thing last week. I really screwed up, didn't I? I'm so sorry, Sierra. I should have talked to my lawyer before making any moves. He could have told me that any edits have to be signed. Then I wouldn't have wasted that trip out to the courthouse. But let's look at the bright side. My wife is still in a persistent vegetative state. Ha 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 ha! At this rate, I'll be able to pull the plug on our life support within a few weeks. And then when that happens, there'll be nothing keeping us apart. We can finally be together. Just the three of us. You, me, and the baby. Oh, I'm so excited, I can barely sleep at night.
The baby? That's interesting.
Sierra, there you finally are. I've wanted to talk to you so bad.
You're the absolute lowest form of life on the planet, Dad.
Wait, Dad?
You've been sending message after message, each one more disgustingly immoral than the last.
What's going on? Who is this?
If I recall correctly, your mistress is your 26-year-old secretary at your office, Sierra something or other, right, Dad? I guess you're either too careless or too stupid to tell the difference between an R and an N on your phone, huh? Get some reading glasses, you old geezer.
Oh no. Sienna, this is your number?
You just now noticed this? It's been weeks.
Well, in my defense, your numbers are right next to each other in my contacts, so...
Ugh, how could you be so stupid? Honestly, it's impressive how dense you are. And this wasn't even the first time. You've been sending me messages for her just about once a week for the last few years.
Shoot, I did?
Yeah, you moron. That's how I learned about your affair, you lying, backstabbing creep.
Oh boy, this is bad.
And other than the whole betraying your family part, the worst part is how cringeworthy your texts are. You're old, Dad. Stop trying to talk like a Gen Zer.
Hey, that is no way to talk to your father, young lady.
Oh, now you want to be my father? Now you want to be a family man? You heard that your wife of more than 20 years and the mother of your daughter was in a coma, and the first thing you do is send a celebratory message to your mistress? You're the most miserable excuse for a father I have ever heard of.
Young lady, you will not talk to me that way.
Don't young lady me, you philandering sack of cow manure.
Hey, I said stop that. Anyway, if you're thinking about your future at all, you might want to reconsider whose side you're taking in this, Sienna.
Exactly what is that supposed to mean?
Think about it. What good is your mother to you? She works part-time. Now, if you stick with me, I can take care of you. You know I make a pretty decent salary, right? If you can convince a judge to give me custody of you, the potential benefits would be massive. Obviously, I'm not going to let you live with us, but I can put you up in a nice studio apartment in a good part of town. I'll pay your rent, utilities, all of that. You won't want for anything. So, what do you say, daughter?
You know, you were right the other day. You really should pay more attention to your lawyer. I mean that since I'm 18, neither of you gets custody of me. I'm an adult, Dad. Didn't you realize that? Me, in fact, you can't get custody of me at all. And even if that wasn't the case, I've already got a job lined up for after I graduate, so I don't need you for anything.
A job?
And when I explained the situation between you and Mom to my company, they said they're gonna let her move with me into company housing rent-free.
Wow.
In other words, neither I nor Mom need your help of some creepy old geezer like you.
Aren't you forgetting something? Your mother's in a coma. A persistent vegetative state. Even if she ever wakes up, which she probably won't, she's gonna need consistent care for the rest of her life. You'll be all on your own to support her.
Who told you she was in a persistent vegetative state? Not me. Mom was already awake, you oblivious buffoon.
What? She is?
I was understandably surprised to come home and find Mom unconscious on the floor, but she had just had a bit of an episode caused by stress. I guess she got dizzy, hit her head on something, and fell down. So she ended up having to get a few stitches, but that's all. She had a CAT scan, and the results came back today saying she's completely fine with no lingering negative effects from the fall. Now, she just needs to rest for a while.
Oh, well, that's great news. Now that she's awake, I can finally get her to sign the divorce papers. I'll be over there in a bit.
Oh, and just so you don't go getting any ideas, if you come down here, there's no way you're getting into the room to see her.
Why not?
Whoa, you really think you're smooth, don't you? We know about your plan to edit the agreement. The courthouse clerk called Mom's lawyer about you trying to submit the agreement after making handwritten addition to it.
Oh, come on. Why would she do that?
Add another thing. You haven't heard from your mistress for the last few weeks or so, have you? Would you like to know why?
Did you have something to do with this? What did you do? Tell me right now.
Mom hired a private detective to keep tabs on your precious little Sierra, and guess what he found out? It turns out your precious little Sierra wasn't just messing around with you.
That can't be. You're lying.
So after Mom's lawyer got the report from the private detective, she had a little chat with Sierra, and her parents agreed to foot the bill for her share of the settlement for your affair, but her parents only did so on the condition that she broke things off with you.
This can't be happening. But wait, what about our baby? Sierra is 6 months pregnant.
Yeah, about that. I'm not familiar with all the details, but you might want to reconsider using the word our regarding that baby.
Huh? But that means...
Let me think. What her words were? Something like, I thought I made it clear from the start of our fling that it was just that, a fling. I was just bored and wanted a little excitement.
She said that?
Once I got pregnant with my real boyfriend's baby, I told him I couldn't see him anymore and broke things off with him. So imagine my shock when he started talking about getting married to me all of a sudden. And now, his wife found out about it, so I have to pay damages. This is the worst. Not to mention, once my boyfriend found out about it, he dumped me. So now, thanks to that geezer, I'm stuck being a single mother. Just wonderful. I can give you the recording of that conversation if you want. It's pretty funny.
No. No. This can't be true. Tell me you're lying.
Well, if I told you that, I'd be lying so. Oh, and by the way, I have a message from Mom.
Is she gonna give me a second chance? I'll do anything. Anything. I mean it. I'll do better this time. I can change. It was a terrible mistake. I was a fool.
From now on, all of our communications will go through my lawyer. I'll see you in court. And here's a message from me. After today, you will never speak to your daughter again for the rest of your life.
Sienna, you can't do this to me. I'm your father.
Not anymore. You're not. You're just some old geezer that I used to know. Goodbye.
Oh, come on. You can at least be polite when you say goodbye to me.
Maybe you should have thought about this potential this would happen when you were sneaking around with another woman around Mom's back. I'm blocking your number now. I figured that even all of that still wouldn't get the point through my dad, so I called my uncle, his older brother, and explained what happened. A short while later, my uncle messaged me back and said he, quote, took care of him. Kind of spooky, but hey, problem solved. He tried to fight paying the settlement to Mom, saying he was totally broke, but then Mom's lawyer looked into his finances. He apparently had just enough to pay off his settlement, so that was all seized and paid out to my mom immediately. They also found that he'd withdrawn a large portion of Mom and Dad's mutual savings account just before the divorce, so the judge ordered all of that to be paid back as well. Once that was finished, my parents' divorce was officially finalized. After I told my uncle about my dad trying to get out of paying the settlement, he messaged me back saying, looks like he needs another lesson. Should I stop telling my uncle things? Nah. His company found out about his escapades too, and promptly fired him. Having lost his family and his job, I wonder what he's gonna do now. Meh, it's not really any of my problem. A friend of mine said they saw him getting on a bus heading out of town. Maybe he'll try and start over. But at this age, good luck with that.
Oh, my dear sister-in-law, I'm trying to talk to you. I hope you're reading this right now. Please tell me that it's not true that you're working until late on the night before your brother's wedding.
Yes I am. I guess you could say that work's dragging on a little bit. The people who I'm working with at the moment are a little bit behind schedule, so I have to wait a bit longer for them to finish.
Oh, my dear Taylor, for working in such a strange place, you've got a lot of pride, don't you?
Pride? What's that supposed to mean? I don't understand what you mean by that.
You know that you don't have to be so cool and calm about it in front of me, right? All you have to say is that you're working late into the night, and that there's been a sudden change in the work schedule.
But I don't think I'd describe it as a night shift. That's not really how my work is done.
Okay, I suppose that's fine. You know it's no big deal if you can't make it to the wedding ceremony if you're going to be working all night.
Wait, no, I think you've got this a bit backwards. It's not like that at all. My work isn't going to affect me getting to the ceremony. I haven't got my parents around anymore, and if I were to not show up to the ceremony, my uncle and his family would be the only relatives on the groom's side that'll be there. By the time the ceremony starts, everything should fall into place here, and then I can attend the ceremony. Everything will work out just fine. The timing of it isn't all that bad.
Ah, okay. Is that how you think it's going to work? You don't think that you won't be able to make it?
It should be fine. Anyways, I've got to get back to work so that we can finish up here. I'll see you tomorrow, Julia.
Okay, that's not a problem. Just letting you know that you don't have to force yourself to come to the ceremony if you're really busy. An ordinary factory worker wouldn't really fit into our wedding ceremony anyways, especially being around an elite music college graduate.
Good morning, Julia. I hope you were able to rest well before your big day today. I just arrived at the wedding venue as I was able to get all my work done.
Oh, hello there. I wasn't expecting you to message me this morning. So you got here with plenty of time then?
It may seem out of place me being here, but we're the groom's only relatives. My uncle, his family, and I are all my brother has. Thank goodness I was able to attend today. I'm really glad that I was able to get here in plenty of time.
I really didn't think you'd get here. I wonder if you're not willing to give up personality is due to you being stubborn. I'm not surprised, as you're just a high school graduate who sits at the bottom of society.
Well, good thing I didn't end up rushing during the middle of all the excitement and ruining the atmosphere of the ceremony.
Of course I agree with that. That's very true. At least you didn't do that. Ah, yes. Now I remember what I was going to ask you. I wanted to ask you to do me a favor, my dear sister-in-law.
Oh yeah? And what might that be?
Okay, so after the ceremony at the chapel, the wedding reception will be held at a different venue.
Oh, I see. I think I did know that. What about it?
My friends from the music college I attended are going to be doing some entertainment for us. So that includes singing and other performances. As one of the only representatives from your side of the family, could you sing a song in front of us and all the guests we have?
In other words, you're giving me no choice but to sing in front of everyone who was invited to your wedding?
Well, yeah, but you're cool with it, right? If it's too difficult for you to sing a song, you could always sing a nursery rhyme that elementary school students get taught.
No. I know some songs to sing. I don't need to resort to nursery rhymes. Okay, fine. I'll do it. I'll just do my best with the singing.
Oh, really? You're not joking? You're actually going to go ahead with this?
Why would I joke about it when you asked me to sing? I will even sing a special song if my brother's new wife requests it. What kind of songs do you like? Just so you can have something special sung to both of you.
Okay, now just back up a bit. You'd actually take requests if I said what I wanted to hear?
Well, yes, but it has to be within a range that I'm able to sing to without my voice cracking.
I get what you mean. Do you feel like you can't back out from this? Is that why you think you should give it your all? Okay then, how about I give you the opportunity to sing a song by that really popular singer who's releasing a lot of music right now?
A song by a popular artist, huh? Well, there's so many popular artists, so it depends. Who are you talking about?
What are you saying? Don't you know any popular songs at the moment? Well, I guess that can't be helped since you're living at the bottom of our society. Maybe you're living in a dreamland thinking that you're equal with us.
No, you're just not listening to me. There are so many popular artists right now releasing music, so how am I supposed to know who you're talking about? So would you give me a name of who you want to hear me sing to? Then I know what I'm doing.
Oh, I'm sorry, Taylor. I thought you meant that you knew no one that you could sing to. Okay, I'll give you a suggestion. There's this really popular artist that I'm talking about. Her name is Taylor, and her music videos get so many views on YouTube. She's always being constantly streamed by us higher people in society.
So Taylor is her name. You want me to sing one of her songs?
Yes, one of Taylor's songs. I don't like the fact that you share the same name as her, but surely you've heard of her, right?
Well, yeah, I do know who you're talking about, but...
Her new song just released in September, and it's being streamed like crazy. None of us can get enough of her. Her record label put out an announcement that she's going to put out a new album really soon. Actually, I'm a super big fan of hers, so I listen to her music all the time.
Yeah, I know that she's super popular. This is the first time I'm hearing that you're a huge fan of her music, though.
Her voice is incredible to hear. She can hit both the high and low notes when she sings. She sings so perfectly. All the songs she's released, she's written herself, and she's great at expressing what she writes in her lyrics. She's the absolute best singer on the planet right now. She definitely was able to get lots of singing and music practice from a prestigious school or something.
Oh, really? If she's as good as you say, then she must have gone to a really good music school.
So if you can sing a song by Taylor with doing all the things she does in her songs, I'd be super happy. Like, all you need to do is sing well.
Right, okay. I guess all I can do is my best. So what kind of song by her do you want me to sing?
Would it be weird to request that you do the song that she released in September at my wedding ceremony? I would really like to hear you sing it.
That song. Right, okay. I should be able to practice a little bit before the ceremony.
As the bride, I'm going to also perform a song for everyone's entertainment. I'll set up an order for us to do it in. You can sing after I've sung my song.
Okay, that should be no problem.
Well, I just don't think that you'll be able to sing as well as me, so it's better if I sing first so that everyone will know that I did a more memorable performance. I mean, I was the one who went to an elite music college, so I've got a lot more experience than you. Hey, as long as we have fun and you make everyone laugh, that's the main things. You can make us laugh with your off-pitch notes. It doesn't matter too much if you're off-key a little bit. You'll do great. I can't believe what just happened. You've got some explaining to do. What the heck was that performance?
What are you talking about? Did something happen? Didn't you enjoy the song that I did for you?
What the heck happened? I wasn't expecting that voice to come out of you. I was shocked to see you when you came up to the front. My sister-in-law. Please, tell me you're not the real Taylor I was talking about earlier. Are you?
Well, it's actually true. I'm the real deal, Julia. My label said that it was fine for me to show up to my brother's wedding ceremony and perform. They said it was fine to show my face to the guests, including my new sister-in-law. You did request for me to perform at your ceremony, after all.
What the heck is going on? I'm in such shock. I had no idea you were the real thing. I thought you were just some high school dropout that works at a factory, but you're a singer with a huge following.
I quit my job at the factory about 2 years ago when I knew I could do better with the life I was given.
What do you mean you quit your job to pursue singing? Is that true? Are you serious?
I guess I'll explain myself. My parents passed away in an accident in the fall of my first year at high school. It was a devastating blow to our family. I was thinking of getting a job so that I could work and earn money so that my younger brother could go to college. Nowadays, I can make a living from streaming my videos on YouTube, and I also get requests for other work I can do. So it can be a little difficult to balance both. So now I'm just doing one thing, which is being a full-time singer. The reason why I was working late last night was because I was performing elsewhere.
But the entertainment you gave today, surely someone put something in the microphone to make you sound that good. I didn't think that you could sing like that even though you didn't go to a college for music.
Well, if you're saying something like that happened, you were the one using the microphone before I was when you were singing.
Excuse me? What's that supposed to mean?
I'm talking about you using the microphone before me. Then once I used it, you were using it again, so it just makes me wonder if something was done by you. The only person who was messing with the mic was the staff member who sprayed it with disinfectant between our performances.
Then it must have been the staff member who did something to the microphone to make you sound good.
You're accusing me of this even though you said that you were a huge fan of my videos and music? But as soon as you found out who I really was, your excitement kind of disappeared, did it not?
Well, after all, you're basically a fraud. Taylor would definitely have to have graduated from a music college to be able to even sing in front of all the guests. All you are is a high school graduate that had no future. You used to work at a factory, for crying out loud. You're just a fraud. Stop pretending to be someone you're not.
Well, I can see why you doubt me, but it still doesn't make me feel great. I'm going to do a live broadcast in 3 days' time, so if you tune in to watch me, then surely you'll believe everything you're hearing and seeing.
You're doing a live performance? Online? In 3 days? Are you for real?
Yes, I am. I think I'll head home now. I don't think it's a good idea to attend the after party. I don't want to make any more of a ruckus since it's your wedding and you both should celebrate in peace. Julia? It's Taylor. I just wanted to ask you something. I kind of need to know what you said last night. Why did you make such a fuss about my schooling and my background yesterday at the after party? Why did you say that I was lying about it?
So what? Why are you questioning me about it? So what if I mentioned it to a few people? I'm not the one who's lying to everyone around them. I only told people the truth about what's going on with you. You can't blame me just because I found out that you were only a high school graduate and that you worked in a factory. It's worse when you lie about going to a prestigious music college and falsifying your academic background for everyone to hear. The people who were so hyped up at the wedding over you will look back and think how much of a liar you are and not want to be fans of your music anymore.
Okay, I get what's going on here. I obviously didn't check what was being said about me, and that's the answer that I'm left with.
Huh? What do you mean? I don't understand what you're talking about. You're completely confusing me.
You know, Julia, there's just a little fact that I'm going to mention to you before this all gets out of hand. In a previous Q&A video I posted online, I talked about how I had to drop out of high school halfway through and start working because of the terrible circumstances my family faced. I never mentioned anything about going to some music college. I know I never went, but it doesn't mean I can't sing.
Huh? What video? A fan actually asked you about how you got to where you are today? I've got no idea what you're talking about.
But then you started stirring up things at the after party by telling people that I never went to music college and that I'm just a lowlife that didn't manage to graduate high school and had to work to earn money. When I think a lot of people know that to be true. You're the one who misinterpreted everything about me. For all the people who have seen the video, they wondered why someone would say something like that. They must be jealous of your success.
I haven't got a clue what you're on about, Taylor. I never really meant anything by what I said. I was just speaking the truth. What's the matter with that? So, when you actually think about it, I didn't really cause any damage to you at all. Not to your personality, your background, or your career, right? I can't believe what's happening to me now. This isn't fair. I think I'm going to get a divorce handed to me by your brother.
Huh? What are you talking about? What's going on?
I think this is because of the live broadcast that you're doing.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. I told my brother what you tried to do to me. You were trying to make a huge fuss about me lying about my academic background without even thinking about the fact that I had already admitted it to millions of fans. And that I mentioned that as well. In my broadcast, I mean.
So he found out what I said? You told him? How could you do this to me? I'm his wife. He doesn't need to know those things that I said.
Maybe because it's important and I talked to my brother about these sorts of things now that our parents are gone. I guess my brother discovered what you said just as I was about to send that comment you mentioned to me, but I didn't have my phone on me to do that. I really wanted to, though.
Because I had no idea that Taylor, who I was a huge fan of, hadn't graduated from music college but hardly graduated from high school. Plus, you stood out way too much at my wedding and took the spotlight off of me. You made a fool out of me. How could you do that to a fan?
But think about what you did in the first place, Julia. As a singer, I never said that I graduated from a music college. A lot of singers actually don't go to music college, by the way, these days. In a magazine article that I did, I introduced my background to the readers so they could get to know me better. I wrote that I'd entered the workforce after I dropped out of school so that I could get my younger brother into college and that I could make a living. I never once lied about my education or my background. I've got no reason to lie, so I didn't appreciate what you said to me, so I told my brother.
Then why is it that my sister-in-law talked about going to university to study music in the first place? You've made everything for me so confusing.
Oh, right. I guess I will explain that now. My brother told me that every time you watch my videos, you used to ask what university I went to study music. And then he said that I didn't, but you never listened as you were too focused on what you actually wanted to believe was true.
Huh? What are you saying? I don't understand what's going on anymore. I'm so confused. Do you really think that I'd be that stupid?
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe it could be that you judged people solely based on their academic background and just believed that I went to a music college.
What? What do you mean by that? I do nothing of the sort. I'm a good person. I'm not judgmental at all. How could you say something like that to a fan? How can you accuse me of something like this? I'm just trying to get the truth of all this.
I've already told people the truth. You're the one that turns their nose up if they haven't come from a wealthy background. There are no facts about me in the magazines or online that I went to music college. Stop saying that I've lied to my fans when I didn't. I've been nothing but truthful. I've never falsely stated that I've attended a music college. I learned how to play and write music all by myself. I made a public statement to my fans that I was a high school dropout and that I worked for a while before starting my music career. How many times do I have to explain this before it gets through your thick skull? Stop trying to sabotage me! If you start leaving any more comments online about me and my history that I've been truthful about, you'll hear about it from my label. You'll be the one getting burned from all of this, not me. I've done nothing to you, but you've tried to embarrass me in front of my fans in the music world. You should be grateful that my brother isn't doing any more than divorcing you for how you've treated me.
But it was obviously a mistake. He shouldn't be divorcing me over this. It was just a simple mistake. I can fix it.
Otherwise, apart from what I just told you, I've got nothing else to say to you anymore.
But please, Taylor, you've got to help me out here. Make your brother see sense that I just made a mistake about you and that I'll make it up to him somehow. I still want to be married to him and I'm a huge fan of you and your music. I just made a mistake is all.
Even if I wanted to help you, I wouldn't after all the trouble you went through to try and sabotage my career. I've worked hard to do what I've done and get my brother into school. And happy. I think it's better for you both to get a divorce so that it can all blow over and we can all move on.
Are you kidding me right now? You're just going to let this all happen to me? But I'm a fan. I thought your fans were important to you. I don't understand.
Well, I just stated what I wish to happen, so I don't think I want to help someone who tries to sabotage their inspiration. If you want to change the outcome, you need to talk to my brother and come to some sort of conclusion. I wish you luck, but I don't see you being in our family. I ended up not telling Julia what the plan was for the wedding, but it was originally my brother's idea for me to sing at their wedding ceremony. He said that she was a huge fan of mine and that he wanted it to be a surprise. He ended up apologizing to me as the outcome turned out to be the exact opposite of what he was expecting. But that's not his fault. As a result of this, him and Julia got divorced. From there, Julia was even more aggravated by the fact that I never went to college to study music, and that I was only a high school dropout. She began searching for a highly educated and rich man. Apparently, he graduated from a university overseas called Oxford. He ended up earning a lot of money per year. And in conclusion, he committed marriage fraud against Julia. He was later arrested, but she was left with a huge amount of debt. She ended up in a demanding job to pay off the debt. The job has got nothing to do with her being some elite college graduate. Thank you for watching! If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.